Welcome back. As gas and electricity prices keep increasing, many of us are looking for a better deal. We wondered if the big discounts are as good as they sound.
It's enough to make you want to go off-grid and not have to worry about it.
Shock horror. Looks like the big energy companies really don't have our best interests at heart. At least that's according to a damning new report from the consumer watchdog.
I do think that prices are clearly too high.
Victorian mum Rachel certainly believes she's been unfairly zapped by her provider, Origin.
Our bills were getting up to, I think the worst was $2,000.
She's not alone. The major study from the ACCC paints a grim picture of Australia's energy market, revealing it's often the customers losing out. The results even sending shockwaves to the very top.
People are paying too much for their power and there have been plenty of missteps.
But it's not all doom and gloom. Tonight, the overhaul that could save you hundreds of dollars a year, plus how you can spot the sneaky tricks from the big energy providers.
I think it's unfair for families to have to try and find the amounts of money that they're having to find to pay out for power, and when they're trying to find a cheaper solution, that they're getting sucked in by marketing speak.
ACA is here to help you avoid paying more than you have to for your energy needs. First, a warning about the bargains and special deals the big providers often use to win you over.
You could be easily misled into making a very bad decision.
Take these different discount offers on two very similar energy bills from different energy providers. Now, one is offering 30% off your bill, the other is offering 15% off. Now, you'd think if you'd wanted to save money, you'd go with the 30% deal, right? Wrong. Lift away the marketing spin and have a look at the terms and conditions, and it turns out you'd actually be spending hundreds of dollars more if you'd taken that 30% deal, proving big percentage discounts in the energy world doesn't necessarily mean big savings.
There's always a pub test, right? And this doesn't feel right.
It sure doesn't, because the figure the energy companies are discounting from is one they've set themselves.
I'd certainly say that is very confusing and misleading.
Tony Wood from the Grattan Institute says customers often receive these so-called discounts for paying before the due date. Many miss that date due to financial pressures and are then forced to pay that high rate set by their provider. And that's what the big energy companies are banking on.
If I missed my payment by one day, I've suddenly got to pay a 30% higher price? That's ridiculous.
The best advice is to always think about the bottom line. Ignore the spin, call up your energy provider and keep it simple.
Ask them directly, look, this is what I paid last year. If I keep using my electricity about the same level next year, how many dollars will I save if I switch to you? What's the best deal you can offer me in dollars? Don't get confused by discounts. Don't get confused by other offers.
Rachel got sucked into signing up with a big provider after being enticed by those impressive sounding discounts.
Our first move away from Origin was with another big company, and they did the whole, you'll save the 30% or whatever. And we found after 6 months our bills were just starting to jump again.
Now she's saving money with a smaller provider, PowerShop.
I think our worst bill gets to about $500.
Rachel's family has also been busy changing their home to make it more sustainable.
We put in some extra insulation into the roof. We've also changed our hot water system over to a gas, and today we're putting in gas central heating as well.
When it comes to those discounts, the ACCC wants an independent regulator to set a default rate for all providers so households can actually compare different offers. Among the other recommendations, more power should be given to regulators to target market manipulation, and the cost of environmental schemes should be lowered. If this extra regulation is adopted by the government, the ACCC reckons an average residential customer could eventually save more than $400 on annual power bills. But how likely is it that these changes will happen, and when? Today, A Current Affair asked Energy Minister Josh Frydenberg exactly that.
We've put it on the agenda for the Council of Australian Government's meeting of energy ministers in 3 weeks' time, and from that we hopefully will move to implementing a number of these recommendations which will drive people's power bills down and the stability of the system up.
You'll find a link to compare energy offers from different retailers on our homepage. Up next on A Current Affair.